Hey, what's up guys? It's Kevin Pack here. If you're new to the channel, welcome again. My name is Kevin Pack and I'm a six-figure Amazon business owner. That's a nice little intro flex if I do say so myself. So people ask me pretty frequently, Kevin, how much does it cost to start up an Amazon business? All right, so let's dabble into this topic real quick so you guys know the real cost of Amazon business, and hopefully you guys can stop asking me this question. Before we begin, I'm gonna show you guys my Amazon sales, my Amazon business, so you guys know I'm a current Amazon seller and I don't talk no BS either. All right, so it's about 12:30 in the afternoon right now. I'm gonna refresh that. Boom, there you go. Nice and live right there. 28 units sold so far today and over $700 made. $26,000 in the last 30 days. 2 products live and in right now. So happy. So you guys see that upward trend because one of my products just got back in stock, and then I have another one coming back in stock probably in a couple weeks. So that's my business and I'm blessed because it is booming. So without further ado, let's get started. So there are 2 sides to this. There's a mandatory cost and then there's optional cost. Let's start off with the optional cost and then we'll get into the mandatory ones. The first optional cost is gonna be a course. Now this is gonna be very, very important because although it is an optional thing, I do highly recommend you guys start off with a course so you don't end up messing up on how to start an Amazon, because you have to think about, okay, how do I even find the right product? Because you could easily lose thousands of dollars by finding the wrong product. How do I even ship my product from China to Amazon? There's a certain logistics that you need to understand and get on the details. And another is launching your product. How do you even get your product to be shown on Amazon? And how do you do it properly without losing a lot of money? Do you do giveaways? Do you do Amazon advertising? Do you use Facebook ads? You wanna go through a legitimate course that's gonna help you get through the details and step-by-step every crucial point of going from no product to selling it and being successful at it. So you can try go on YouTube and learn it all yourself, but it's gonna be a scattered mess. You're getting information from different parts and it's not bundled together. At least in a course, it's gonna be all organized together and you can see everything. And most courses come with a mentor as well. My course does come with my mentorship, so shameless plug. Link in the description for my course and step-by-step information, and of course my mentorship as well. But save yourself the time, the stress, and the energy to do this right the first time. Of course, with any business, if you want to protect yourself, there are LLCs and there's also trademarks as well. These fees each could be $300 to $800 for both. Now, the great thing is you don't actually need a trademark in the beginning and you don't need an LLC in the beginning. You can start off as a sole proprietor, which costs nothing at all. You don't have to have a trademark for your brand until you start growing and start having legitimate sales. So those are options down the road. You don't have to start them and you don't need them at the moment. Those are just for later. Amazon PPC advertising. So the thing is with this one, it is kind of like you do need it, but the price and how much it costs varies because it depends on the product. And you don't spend it up front. You pay it as you make sales. So that's how it works. You don't have to pay this $1,000 up front. You pay based off the budget that you set on a daily basis. So Amazon PPC is like, you're not really gonna spend it now, but eventually you will spend on it. The next thing is gonna be accounting softwares. So this one, I will say you will need later on as well, but you don't need it in the very beginning because you're basically not making any sales at the moment. You don't have any products, you're still learning, you're still doing research. So it's not necessary to have an accounting software when you don't even have a product yet. The last option is having money for a second batch of inventory, okay? When it comes to Amazon, you don't get paid per unit per sale immediately. Amazon pays you on a bi-weekly basis. So every time you get a sale, you're not gonna get it for at least 2 weeks afterwards. So there's gonna be kind of a delay and lag from the time that you sell the product to the time you get the money for it. And so if you start running out of product immediately, but you haven't got your money yet, you need to have that extra money readily available to buy more inventory so that you don't end up selling out. So I recommend having a backup set of money to buy your second batch of inventory just in case your product ends up selling really good and really fast. Total cost of your optional costs are gonna be around $3,600, and that's just kind of a ballpark estimate. Again, this is just gonna be all optional at first. Eventually, you probably will need all these down the line, but at least you don't have to buy it and pay for it upfront. Okay, let's go through the mandatory costs, the real deal, the real ones that you need to start this business. The first mandatory cost is liking this video and subscribing, because that literally costs $0 to do, but it helps me a ton. So go ahead, get all up in there, get up in the video, and then do that. Now, but for number one, it's going to be your Amazon Seller Central account. So this is literally going to be the account where you're going to be selling your product on. This is how you even start the business. That costs $40 per month, and that's what you're going to need to be able to create a shipping plan and list your product on Amazon. Okay, if you're going to be starting your business, hello, you need something that's going to represent you. So you're going to need a logo. You can go on Fiverr and do this. could cost anywhere between like 50 and 100 bucks, maybe even less than that. The next thing is, how do you even know what product you're gonna be selling? How do you even know if it's gonna work or be profitable? Well, this is where you're gonna need product research software tools like Helium 10, and there are other tools available in there so that you can be successful and find the right product. That tool is $97 per month, and you guys can get a bonus discount on that. Link in the description. Shameless plug. Now, once you found a product, you're gonna need to go talk to suppliers on Alibaba.com. And when you talk to these suppliers, you should get a sample so that you know what kind of product you're getting yourself into, and check the quality as well. We don't want to get scammed up in here. You don't want to be putting up a shitty product and sell that, because you're going to lose a lot of money. So make sure the quality is on par and it's the product that you want to actually sell. These costs can be anywhere between $50 to $200, assuming that you're only going to do either a stock sample or a production sample. Next is gonna be the actual cost of inventory when you actually buy the goods. Now, typically this is gonna be really dependent on the market that you're gonna get into, the product. Each product costs differently, but typically what I see is people find products that cost $5. And they usually purchase like 300 units on their first order. So we're gonna say, just for a base example that's realistic, is about $1,500. $1,500 for inventory, but on top of that, you still gotta ship it through your freight forwarder or through the freight forwarder from your supplier. And that's gonna cost probably another $500. Again, depending on the size of the product. Usually if you're gonna ship through sea, it's probably gonna be about 150 per kilogram that your product weighs. So we're just gonna give it a ballpark estimate of realistically $500. The next thing you're gonna need is a UPC code, because this is what's gonna basically identify your product worldwide. These UPC codes are literally like $5. You can go to Barcode Mania and get those, super cheap, but definitely needed. The next mandatory cost that could be on the optional, but personally the way I teach it, I say this is mandatory: product packaging, custom product packaging. You guys, if you guys want to win on Amazon, you need to make sure that you stand out and provide a high quality wow experience for your customers. So you want to give them a custom package, not just a freaking random brown box with a logo on it or a white box with a logo in it. That's boring, doesn't look good, not appealing. You want to make sure that you come off as a legitimate brand and company. So I always teach my students to get product packaging. This could cost anywhere between $100 and $300. Second to last thing is gonna be product photography and graphic design. So you need some images, you need some damn good images for your product, because if you have some pixelated, ugly looking photos that you took with your iPhone, ooh, nobody's gonna be buying from that. You gotta keep in mind, your customers cannot touch and feel your product. So the only way they can tell your quality is through your images. So if you have outstanding high quality images, then that's gonna be really worth it for you, because you're gonna be making sales out of it. So that's gonna be anywhere between $300 to $700 for legitimate good photography and design. The last one is gonna be miscellaneous fees. So me living in California, there's like business license fees and stuff like that. So those random fees, I just like to cover another $100, is not that much. And that brings our total to roughly around $2,800 to actually start your Amazon business. This is for the mandatory costs. So just straight off, mandatory costs, about $2,800. Could you get away with less? Probably. Could you do better with more? Probably. But realistically, about $2,800 is a sweet mark. In general, I tell people at least 3K, just 3K bare minimum, just because you want that safety net, you know? Like I said, if your product does well, you're gonna need to order a second batch of inventory fast, because you don't wanna wait for your money to arrive, because that could take another 30 days of you being out of stock. Each day you're missing out on sales is each day that you're losing money from. So I'd say overall, to recap this video, $3,000 is just a good sweet spot to start off your Amazon FBA business. So that's the realistic number of how much you should start on Amazon, is about $3,000. And that's actually how much I started with my business. I started with about $3,000, and I've scaled my business to 6 figures since then, just rinse and repeat, reinvesting my profits over and over and over. So I hope you guys found this video informative, and I hope everyone stopped asking me this damn question. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like this video. Comment down below what kind of videos you want me to post and see. Man, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Of course, go ahead, go make that money.